Hello, my name is Overbeek, as you just heard. This is my husband, Rob, and these are our sons, William, who's 4, and Henry, who's 2. We're so happy to be here tonight. When Kathy asked us to be part of this evening, we were very honored. And never having been before, I didn't realize how much fun we were going to have. That was pretty great, the live auction. Pretty fun. Obviously, the topic of diabetes is very dear to our hearts, or we wouldn't be standing in front of you. We want to thank you for the opportunity to share our story. I'd like to start by encouraging you all to try to remember what your first thought of today was. Was it thoughts of the royal wedding? Or, can I get another snooze button in? Or possibly, I've got so much to do today, and then that gala thing tonight. Since late September of last year, for me, every morning was the same. Within seconds of stirring, I'm slammed with a train of devastating thoughts. How is Henry? What's his blood sugar? Is it dangerously low? Did he have a seizure in the night? Is he even breathing? My body doesn't roll out of bed, yawning and stretching. It's more like hyperdrive until I see his tiny chest moving up and down and can get our first blood sugar reading. Only then can I relax into our version of normal life. Our story actually began 3.5 years ago with our tallest family member. My husband, Rob, started losing weight fast. At a family dinner, he described his weight loss and his incredible thirst when Rob's sister, Lisa, perked up. We were very naive, but Lisa just happens to be a diabetes educator, and she's been our angel, continuing to play a major role in our success with diabetes. Before testing Rob, Lisa explained that a normal blood glucose reading is between 80 and 120. She tested Rob, and he was a 506. Lisa teared up. She knew the gravity of this diagnosis and what his challenges would be. Rob started insulin shots the next day, and the whirlwind of diabetes, its complications, and this never-ending stress entered our family. For me, fear was ignited. From this point on, my husband would be dependent on the world to be able to provide the insulin that he needs to sustain life. Rob, however, accepted his new challenge and simply seized diabetes. Because of his laid-back personality, his condition quickly became a joke. He would smile and say, "Hold on a minute, I gotta deal with the beaties." Or he'd term a low blood sugar moment as a flare-up and keep the scary terms out of conversation. He did most of his actual testing and treatment privately, and because of his nonchalant demeanor, our friends and family didn't notice much of a change in our lives, but I did. I still see his frustrations of not being able to easily complete work around our house without the potential of a sugar low. If in fact he suffers a low, some are so debilitating that he no longer has the energy to return to his project or wrestle with his boys. I've seen him in a full body sweat from head to toe, paralyzed and unable to speak when his blood sugar was extremely low, and I've held his hand as he slowly came out of it. I've heard him question whether he's doing enough to keep healthy so he can live a long life and witness it all. And like tonight, he's having a few drinks, maybe more than normal for some liquid courage. So I'll have to kick him in the middle of the night. "Get up and test your blood," I'll have to nag, because after drinking alcohol, Rob can tend to dip low in the night when he's sleeping. So later, we'll be dealing with diabetes. Ironically, within the same week of Rob's diagnosis, we found out we were pregnant with our second child, Henry. He was born in October of 2008. Happy, energetic, and as loud as fireworks is how I can describe his first couple of years. But then, like a switch was flipped, he became very thirsty, extra ornery and irritable. After a weekend full of sopping wet diapers, and less naive than I was the time before, I changed the needle in one of Rob's meters and tested Henry. Sure enough, just 6 days before his second birthday, he too was diagnosed type 1. And our lives changed drastically for the second time. This time around, however, there was no hiding behind jokes or minimizing the severity of diabetes. Henry, being a toddler, couldn't tell us how he was feeling. He couldn't articulate his highs and lows or understand the importance of having or not having a snack right now. And it's an awful experience, poking your 2-year-old son with needle after needle, knowing that there wasn't going to be an end to it all, that these shots and finger sticks were now part of his daily regime. Mealtimes became stressful as Henry would run from the table crying, "No, Mommy." We began to train everyone in our extended family how to test Henry's blood and give him shots. They all felt that Henry, like all children, should be smothered with hugs and kisses, not needles and numbers. With time and his insulin pump, Henry adjusted to his new life. He's always loved accessorizing, be it sunglasses or a bike helmet. And wearing his new camo pump on his hip has become the ultimate accessory and a sense of pride. Just like Daddy's, he beamed the day he got it. And his big brother, Will, who is Henry's most patient and most positive support, high-fived him, adding, "No more shots, little buddy." Yes, you cannot help but marvel at Henry's resilience as he sticks out a finger to give blood, shows you where his new site is, or watch him run with his pump flapping clipped to his diaper. And for a closer look at Henry, here's a quick video that Rob put together. This is his contribution to the evening since he wasn't a fan of public speaking.